Hi Algebra, this is going to be the last part of Chapter 7, Section 7. This is the word problem. I actually sort of like this one. I always like things that have to do with diagrams. So this is a square area right here, and inside the square area there's a rectangular area cordoned off, which is 6 square yards. I believe the word problem is it's a park and that this is a garden. The idea is we want to figure out what the square area is of the entire square, and in order to do that we have to figure out what these are. So if we know from here to here is x, and we know from here to here is 12, we'll subtract 12 away from x to figure out what this is. And it's the same story over here. From here to here is 13, and this is x, so we'll subtract 13 away. So what we're going to write is x minus 12. And again, that's because from here to here is 12, and this is x. So we're cutting it off, right? And then that's times the quantity of x, and then we'll subtract 13 from that. And it's all going to equal 6. And we're going to do a little bit of everything we've learned up to this point. You can use the FOIL property if you like. X times x is x squared. All right, that's first. Outer, x times negative 13, negative 13x. Inner, negative 12 times x is negative 12x. Outer, negative 12 times negative 13 is positive 156. Okay, and then what we'll do is combine these. And so we have x squared minus, that's a minus, 25x plus 156, and it's still all equal to 6. So we have like terms here, so let's subtract 6 from both sides. So we get x squared minus 25x plus 156 minus 6 is 150. Now our trinomial is set to 0, so we'll use that zero product property right now. Excuse me. Well, not quite yet, excuse me. Let's factor this, excuse me. So we have a trinomial here, and we're going to break it up into two quantities. All right? This is a negative, b is a negative, c is a positive, so that means they're both negative right now. And we want to talk about which factors for 150 give us a sum of negative 25. Well, let's just take this and just negative 15 times negative 10, right? That gives you a product of positive 150, which is what we want. But then the sum, right? The sum of these two, I meant to put a plus sign, darn it. Let's do that. That's a plus sign now. Plus negative 10, that is negative 25. So there you go. So x squared is x times x. The factors we're going to use are negative 15 and negative 10. And now we'll use that zero product property. So we're going to write x minus 15 is 0, or x minus 10 is 0. X is, if we add 15 to both sides, 15. And if we add 10, or x is 10. Now let's think about this. Can this number be used? That's a big no, because right now this already goes 12 yards from here to here. This goes 13 yards from here to here, and we're still short these portions. So 10 is not an option. So the only thing we can do is use 15. And so 15, right? 15 times 15 is 225. So the square area of the entire square is 225 square yards. I hope that worked out. Be sure to pause and play when you need to.